Hello and welcome to another math video. Today we're going to be taking a look at our Chapter 14 FST test covering some trigonometry concepts. Starting off with some angles, we need to find the complement to an angle. It has a measure of 30 degrees, 18 minutes. Again, the key here is to realize that 90 degrees is equal to 89 degrees and 60 minutes. So then we can subtract from that the 30 degrees and 18 minutes to come up with our complement, which would be a total of 42 minutes and 59 degrees. So 59 degrees, 42 minutes would be that complement. Again, the idea there, if we add that to the 30 degrees, 18 minutes, we get 90 degrees. Same sort of thing for number 2, except now we have degrees, minutes, and seconds, and we're talking supplementary angles. So again, key here to know that 180 degrees is the same as 179 degrees, 59 minutes, and 60 seconds. Again, I have to even borrow that minute, so I get seconds. Then I'm able to subtract the 37 degrees, 33 minutes, and 28 seconds from there in order to get my supplement, which is 32 minutes, seconds, 26 seconds, and 143 degrees. Again, if we add those together, we get a total of 180. See, number 3, we've got measures for supplementary angles. They're 3x plus 1 and 2x plus 4. Again, if it helps, you might draw a diagram, but really what we're saying there is if we add these angles together, and I'm just using parentheses for emphasis here, if we add those together, they're supplementary, meaning that they equal 180 for a sum. If I combine my like terms over here, I get 5x plus 5 equals 180. So subtracting the 5 gives me 5x equals 175. Divide by the 5, we get x equals 35. Now again, the value of x is not the answer. We need to use that x value in order to find the measure of those angles. So for example, here we would do 3 times 35 plus 1, and then here we would do 2 times 35 plus 4. So let's say we get one angle is 79 degrees and the other, or sorry, not 79, 74 degrees, and the other is 106 degrees. So again, they add up to 180. With number 4, it's similar to number 3, except we have complementary angles. So kind of just making sure you understand the difference between complementary and supplementary, while at the same time giving us some kind of work to do as well. Again, parentheses just around the different angles for emphasis. We get 9x minus 27 equals 90. We would then add the 27 to the 90 and get 117. And then we divide that by the 9 in order to find out that x is 13. Now again, remember, 13 is not the answer. We use the 13 to find the measure, the angle measures. So we do 3 times 13 for 39, and we do 6 times 13 minus 27, and we get 78 minus 27. And so that's a total of 51. So 51 and 39 does add up to be 90. And so that's the kind of thing that we want there, is 90 degrees. So again, those are the answers. I guess I could put the degree symbol on there as well. Not the fact that x is 13. Number 5, we're converting the degrees, minutes, and seconds to degrees. So we start by dividing the 46 by 60. That will convert those seconds to minutes. And so then we have 341 degrees, 53 minutes, or 53 point, and it looks like 76 repeating minutes. And so then we take, and on the calculator, I'm just going to add the 53 to the 0.76 repeating, and then we divide that by 60 as well. That will convert those minutes to degrees. It does say around to the nearest hundredth, so that's 2 decimal places. we get 341, I don't want that degree symbol there, 341 point, and I get 0.896, so that would be 0.90. Now, you should have the 0 there just to be, so that we can be clear that you are rounding to the nearest hundredth. If we just do 0.9, it looks like you're rounding to the nearest tenth, and that says something a bit different than putting 0.90. In this diagram, the relationship would be that A equals B. So, and again, that's because those are vertical angles, and vertical angles are always congruent. So we get 4x plus 80. It's not my best 8 ever. Try that again. 4x plus 80 will equal 5x plus 59. Again, we want to solve this equation. I prefer having my x's be positive, so I'll subtract the 4x. That means I'll also subtract the 59. So let's see, that gives us a 21 over here, and just a plain old x. So x is 21, but again, remember, x is not the answer. But that doesn't seem to be what I really want there. Oh, but that actually works out just fine. So we get 164 when I plug that into the 4x plus 80. So you know, all I'm doing there is 4 times 21 plus 80 is 164. If the 5 times 21 plus 59 is not also 164, then we did something wrong. But it does turn out to be the same thing. So they're both 164 degrees. All right, so the diagram for number 10, these are alternate exterior angles which are congruent. Notice they're also both obtuse angles, so in this case, we can tell that those are going to be congruent. So we just set 3x plus 97 equal to 5x plus 59. It's very similar to the last one, just kind of a different setup, making sure you can understand that. So we will subtract the 3x. If we're going to do that, our x's are going to end up on the right, so we'll subtract the 59 as well. Let's see, so this will give us a 38, and this will give us a 2x, so dividing by 2, not 17, that's going to be 19. There we go, 19 equals x. So once I know x is 19, I can plug that in over here. So 3 times 19 plus the 97. and then we get our value, so that's a 154 degree angle. And again, we could check the same kind of thing using the expression for B, 5 times 19 plus 59. If we don't also get 154, then we know we did something wrong, but that does also turn out to be 154 degrees, so we did something right, I guess. Similar kind of situation as to number 10, but these are our same side interior angles, so those add up to 180. So we have 2x plus 10 plus the 3x plus 95 equals 180. Again, the parentheses just to emphasize there that those are two different angles. So 5x plus 105 equals 180. We subtract the 105, and we get 5x equals 75. Dividing by 5 tells us x is 15. But again, x is 15 is not the answer. We use that value to plug back into here. So 2 times 15 plus 10, so 30 plus 10, so that's going to be 40. 3 times 15. Now, we know that we want these to be supplementary. So we know that we want this to end up being 140 degrees. 3 times 15 being 45, then that does turn out to be 140 degrees. So 40 and 140, the two answers there. All right, number 12, we've got a tree casting a shadow that is 43 meters long. And we've got a statue, a 32 centimeter tall statue, casting a shadow that is 75 centimeters long. We want to figure out how tall the tree is, so we're going to set up a proportion, so a fraction equal to a fraction. Again, these are similar triangles. If I draw in that angle there, it looks more like a triangle, that side. So what I like to do is I like to do the x over 43, keep those values from the same triangle together. That also puts what I'm trying to find on the top, which I like. So really, this is the height that I'm trying to find, and then we've got the shadow length here that I know. So the other triangle's got to be set up the same way, height over shadow. So that's going to be 32, and I can just put the units in here as well, centimeters. And here we got meters over here. Now on the right side, notice, I meant that to say centimeters, but it ended up looking more like inches. On the right side, notice the centimeters would cancel out when we divide. In order for this to cancel out on the left as well, this would have to be meters. So the fact that there's different units does not actually make this any tougher. We just go ahead. The only thing we really have to do to solve this is multiply both sides of the equation by 43 meters, really. And then we're going to get our answer. However you want to do that, if you want to do 32 divided by 75 times the 43, whatever that turns out to be. Let's see, for height of the tree, I'm just going to go to the nearest tenth. So, and I'm calling it x, so, but that would be 18.3 meters just to the nearest tenth. All right, so number 13, they tell me the x and y values of a point on the terminal side of an angle. So they give me the 3, 4, they want me to find the sine. So they've told me really x and y. X is 3, y is 4. Now hopefully you recognize that Pythagorean triple. That means that y is 5. If not, again, you can use that x squared plus y squared equals r squared, or some form of that in order to find r. And then my sine, remember sine is y over r. So the sine of that theta would be y over r, so 4/5. Make sure if you need to, you reduce that fraction down. They give me 9 and 12. Oh, that's interesting, because 9 and 12, well, anyway, so that's just kind of a different way of doing the 3, 4, and 5, but we can go with the 9 and 12. So x equals 9, y equals 12. Now, so we could do 9 squared plus 12 squared equals r squared. Let's see, so we're adding 81 and 144 together. So 81 plus 220, or sorry, 81 plus 144. I was thinking of the answer there. 144 is 225. We've got our r squared, so we square root both sides. And of course we get r equals 15. And again, remember, I don't need to do the plus or minus with r because r can't be negative. Cosecant, okay, I got to think about that for a second. Cosecant is the reciprocal to the sine, so cosecant is r over y. So this particular cosecant would be 15 over 12. Now, if you leave it like that, that's going to be a problem because there's a common factor there of 3, so we divide both of those by 3 and we get 5/4. So that's really the answer we're looking for there. Okay, we're down to just a little bit to go here. We got y equals 8x and x is greater than or equal to 0. They want us to find the tangent. So I need a point on the line, which since this one's fairly straightforward, I can just use a 1 for x, and then if I do, I find out that y is 8. And tangent is just y over x. So 8 over 1. Don't leave it like that, though. That's the same as 8. 16 will be a little tougher. We want to solve this equation, so we'll add the 3x. We'll divide by the -5, so we get -3/5 x. They do also tell us that x has to be less than 0. Since it's a 3/5, I want to have x be -5. Then I find out that y is 3. I want the secant, which is the reciprocal for the cosine, so that's going to be r over x. So I need to find r. So really, x squared plus y squared, so that'd be 25 plus 9 is r squared, so that'd be a square root of 34, which does not have a way to reduce that, so this would end up just being r, which is the square root of 34, over x, which is -5. Well, hopefully you found this helpful, and as always, thanks for watching.